Hi, good morning. I had a good firing at the weekend. I've just unpacked the kiln, taken the wicket out, so just going to go and have a look at what's inside there now. Stood outside the studio. Fish are still a bit dormant because it's February. So we're just going to walk across and have a look at what's happening in the kiln. So a wicket's taken out. There's the wicket, that's the door. That's what we call a wicket when you don't have hinges on it. Got even reduction throughout by the look of it. Got temperature. There's the cone, the top, cone 10's over, cone's in the middle, cone 10's over. I used to put a cone 11 guard in, but I ran out, so I didn't use them. That's the bottom cone. That's cone 10, cone 9. This is cone 10, so it's just bending. That's what happens in this kiln. I could try and soak it and mess around with bag walls and all that sort of thing, but I just adapt my glazes to the kiln. I put cone 9 glazes in the bottom and make the best of a situation that I've got. Main thing is, last year I had 3 bad firings because I was firing it wrong. So now I've got good reduction. Reduction is the main thing with these chinos. I had an experiment whereby I put some pots on the bag wall there. Can you see? These were raw glazed with thick chino on them, and it's not worked very well. They've survived, which means that, you know, I fired it slowly enough. But as you can see there, the glaze is a bit sharp and spiky, and it's crawled off. So I'll fire along the bag wall again, but I'll biscuit fire them first. They were fired on shells, which is a nice effect on the bottom. Gives a little bit of localized salt reduction, gives a nice foot ring to it. So good and bad to take away from it so far. Mainly good. Let's get it unpacked and then we'll take a look at some of these pots. I've changed the composition of my wadding because it was sticking a little bit and leaving marks, but it seems to be working. If anybody's interested in it, I'll put it in the description at the bottom. What the wadding is, it's just a simple thing. So seems to be working that this time. Okay, that's the kiln emptied. Some good bits, some bad bits. This one is the one I put on with a lot of unbelievably thick glaze, and it's all crawled inside. It's like cream cheek, like cream is all sort of slooped inside. I'll keep that just to look at, but it's not usable. The moon jars have come out nicely. They tend to do that all the time now. I managed to sort that process out, so they come out nicely. That's a particularly nice one. Black slip with a white chino over the top. You've seen the black bottle that's cracked and gone horrible. These brick clay ones I've done, they've come out nice, solid. You can see the amount of iron in the brick clay there. In fact, that one there has burnt a hole right through. It's gone right through. the big chunk of iron there has melted and it's got a hole in it, so that'll not hold cereal, will it? It'll pour out. They're alright. The oil pourers, they come out okay. They're tried and trusted. The large bottle. That's come out nice. That's the brick clay mixed with ordinary clay. You can see all the iron in it, and it's toasted up nicely like I thought it would, with a Zen circle on it, front and back. That's a nice bottle. Oh, knocking them all over. I've not made Nuka pots for a while. This is Nuka with iron sieved on the top. It's rust off my old kiln. They've come out nicely again, so they're a success. One of the problems with putting the iron on is that it fluxes it down and it runs, but the good thing is that I put it on wadding. There's the wadding, it comes off it. It's melted onto that bit of wadding, but that'll grind off. That's not a problem. But it produces a nice pot. So they come out okay. And that's about it. A quick look close up. These ones here are in the bottom. I spoke to you earlier about, mentioned it a bit earlier, that I put a glaze in the bottom that's cone 9. That's a temaku on ordinary stoneware. What they could do with, I think, is they could do with dusting with a bit of wood ash, just to give them a bit of character. I think I might spray a bit of wood ash on them, or dust them a bit of wood ash next time. But they're going off to Cornwall in a couple of weeks for my daughter's little business project. Oh, these ones here have come out okay. These have got wax resist with Shino over the top. They're quite nice. So I'll just live with these for a bit. It's got Shino over a slip with iron, with cobalt underneath. It's gone on a bit thick inside and crawl, but I quite like that. It's got a nice characteristic to it. And some kiln fillers. These are the kiln fillers. They're just nepheline cyanide, ball clay, simple glaze. Always works with wood ash dusted on. So they're quite nice. Some moon jars there. Knocking the place to bits. George has come to say hello. Hello, George. Loves feeding yet again. And there's some more moon jars there. So, while I have yet another cup of tea and absorb what's happened in this, we have to look at it for a few hours and a couple of days. Come back to them. Get some photographs, some of the nice ones, get them on social media. Tip for anyone who's selling pots and wants a ceramic business to succeed, you need social media. So you have to put the time in photographing and loading them onto the internet, but it's all part of the job, I see it as. Anyway, see you next time.